Suicide bombers kill at least 10 and wound 40 when they blow themselves up as police shot at them in Brussels-style attack on Istanbul airport. Twin explosions rocked Istanbul's Ataturk airport in what officials say was a suicide attack. Gunfire also reported to have broken out from the direction of its car park. Initial reports claim around 40 people have been injured in the explosions. At least 10 people have died, with taxi drivers ferrying injured to hospital. Suicide bombers have killed at least 10 and wounded 40 at Istanbul's Ataturk airport after blowing themselves up as police opened fire, according to Turkish officials. It is understood that a terrorist first opened fire with a Kalashnikov, before blowing himself up. It is not yet clear how many attackers were involved, as witnesses reported twin blasts that struck at the international arrivals terminal at 7:50 p.m. GMT, 9:50 p.m. local time. The first photographs to emerge from the airport show a scene of devastation, with debris and what appear to be ceiling tiles scattered over the taxi ranks outside the airport. Justice Minister Bekir Bozdağ confirmed 10 people were killed in the attack at the international arrival terminal. A terrorist at the international terminal entrance first opened fire with a Kalashnikov and then blew himself up, he said, speaking to parliament in the country's capital of Ankara. It is believed the suspects had been trying to pass through the X-ray machines when they were stopped by security officials. They then opened fire and became locked in a shootout with security and police officers. Some of the wounded are said to be police officers involved in the melee. Turkish airports have security checks at the entrance of terminal buildings and then later before entry to departure gates. The private DHA news agency said the wounded were being transferred to Bakırköy State Hospital. One photograph from the scene shows an AK-47 lying abandoned on the floor of the airport following the attack. Ambulance crews and emergency services have descended on the stricken airport, as the number of wounded is expected to increase. A witness told broadcaster CNN Turk that gunfire was heard from the direction of the car park at the airport, which is the largest in Turkey. 4 armed men were reportedly seen running away from the terminal building after the explosions, according to Turkey's NTV channel. All flight operation from the airport has been suspended, and passengers hoping to travel were kept inside the airport for their own safety, where mobile phone footage captured scenes of terror and confusion as crowds gathered in corridors awaiting news. Turkey has suffered several bombings in recent months linked to Kurdish or ISIS militants. The bombings included 2 in Istanbul targeting tourists, which the authorities have blamed on the Islamic State group. The attacks have increased in scale and frequency, scaring off tourists and hurting the economy, which relies heavily on tourism revenues. The U.S. State Department published a travel warning in March, encouraging citizens to exercise heightened vigilance and caution when visiting public access areas, especially those heavily